May mga linggo, may mga araw na hindi natin ginusto, pero gagawa natin ng paraan ito.
Week 4!
Ako si Kapitan Victor, ang iyong lingkod na bantay ng kalusugan. Kasama ko si Doc Pyros, kami magpapalakas ng resistensya nyo. Di ka na uugrabing barusa, magtago ka na. Dito sa Healthy, kasama nyo kami gawing healthy ang inyong katawan.
Fantastic!
Okay, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Narito na naman po ako, ang inyong ETULay tutor for Grade 4 Mathematics, Ginoong Salvador E. Manansala I. Narito ako upang tulungan kayong mas maunawaan ang ating mga aralin sa matematika. Sa ating aralin, ilalapit natin ang ating mga aralin sa inyong puso't isipan at makita natin ang kahalagahan nito sa pang-araw-araw nating pamumuhay. Siguraduhin lamang na handa na ang inyong lapis, papel at inyong self-learning module na ating gagamitin sa ating talakayan ngayong araw. Muli, andito ako, ang inyong teacher badge, na handang tulungan kayo upang mapag-aralan ang ating talakayan ngayong araw na may patungkol sa writing a given number as a product of its prime factors. So, ayan. So, to start our discussion, let us have a review. When we talk about factors, these are the numbers that when we multiply can give a larger number or a product. In every number, it has at least two factors, the number itself and 1. Some numbers have more than two factors like 12. So when we talk about factors, pwedeng dalawa lang, 1 and the number itself. For example, 3. Factors of 3 are 1 and 3. Another one is 5. Factors of 5 are 1 and 5. Meron naman yung sabi, some numbers with more than two factors. For example, 6. The first factor is 6 and 1. And another set of factors ay 2 and 3. So ayun po yung sinasabi nating factors. Let's try to analyze this. For 12, we have 1 and 12. Another one, we have 2 and 6. And last, we have 3 and 4. If we multiply the given factors dun sa tatlong 12 na yan, this will give us the same product. And the product is 12. So these are the factors of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. What about 16? We have 1 and 16, 2 and 8, and 4 and 4. So ano ba yung factors? Mag-iisip kayo ng dalawang number na pag minultiply nyo, ang sagot ay 16. Sa ating halimbawa, we have 1 and 16, we have 2 and 8, and we have 4 and 4. So if we're going to list all the factors here, ang magiging sagot po natin ay 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. These are the factors of 16. Now, let's proceed with our topic this afternoon. Kung papansin, review ko muna yung factors kasi this will help us to understand our topic this afternoon. Study the example below. Each number is expressed as a product of two or more factors. For example, 3, we have 1 and 3. You will notice that 3 has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. Therefore, number 3 can be considered as prime number. We have 1 and 9. On this particular example, you will notice that 9 have more than two factors. We have 1, 3, and 9. Therefore, 9 is an example of composite numbers. composite number rather. So to sum it up, when we talk about prime numbers, it is a number that has only two factors, itself and 1. The number itself and 1. Example is 7. It is prime because the only number that will divide into it evenly are 1 and 7. If you divide 7 by 7, the quotient is 1. If you divide 7 by 1, the quotient is 7. So yun lang yung pwedeng makapag-divide. Let's have another one. These are the examples of prime numbers. And we also have composite numbers, a number that has more than 2 factors. So ayan po yun. 8. Marami yan. Marami ang composite numbers na yan. Ayan. And let's have prime factorization. This is our topic this afternoon. When we talk about prime factorization, prime factorization is a method used to break down a given number into product of a prime numbers. Again, when we talk about prime factorization, it is a method used to break down a given number into a product of a prime numbers. In performing the prime factorization of a given number, we need to think of the smallest or even the biggest possible prime numbers or number na makakapag-divide sa ating given number. If the number is expressed as a product of factors that are all prime numbers, the expression is called the prime factorization of a number. So at the end of this process, lahat na makukuha nating numbers are prime numbers. Let's have this as our example. Express 16 as a product of prime factors. We can use the first method. So let's think of a number that can divide 16. We have here 2. 16 divided by 2, this will give us 8. And papansinin natin yung 2, wala nang makakapag-divide sa kanya except 1. So, ilalagay na natin siya dyan, 2. What about 8? Can we divide 8? Yes. Ano yung smallest prime number na pwede makapag-divide sa 8? Siyempre, 2. Tatandaan natin, if it's even number, pwede yung 2, pwede ring 2. Yun, ay pinaka-smallest. If it's an odd number, pwedeng 3, 5, 7. So dito, since even number ang 16, ginamit natin ay 2. And then we have 2 and 4. Papansinin natin, bring down na lang natin si 2. And we have here 2. And let's divide 4. Sa 4, meron tayong 2 times 2. Ayan, 2. Sir Wilbur. Okay na? 2 times 2 will give us 4. So, ito na yung process niya. So, meron tayong isa pa. Meron pa tayong isang process. We can also do it this way. So 16, meron dalawa 4 and 4. But basically, dahil na prime factors, dapat puro prime numbers ang gagamitin natin. Pwede rin naman siya, kasi at the end of the process, lahat yan magiging prime. So the same thing, 2, we have 2 times 2. If we're going to observe this, you will notice that they use different prime factors at the beginning, but they got the same answer at the end since the task is to express 16 as a prime factors. Sir, paano namin malalaman kung yan na? Kung prime na siya. Dapat ang makakapag-divide na lang sa kanya ay the number itself and 1. So tulad yan, nakakapag-divide siya 2 lang naman, saka 1. So, ayan na yung prime factors niya. In short, ayan yung kanyang prime factors, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 raised to the power of 4. Sir, saan ang galing tong 4? Bakit naging 4? Bilangin natin yung number ng 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apat na beses natin siyang minultiply. So the answer is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or yung shorter version ay 2 raised to the 4th power. Let's have another example. Yung ginawa natin is an example of factor 3 method. When we talk about factor 3 method, ang sabi dyan, factor 3 is a method, is a diagram used to determine the prime factors of a natural number greater than 1. Mapapansin niyo, para siyang puno na nagsasanga-sanga. Let's have 24. Since this is even number, ang una natin gagawin ay ang una natin gagawin ay 2. And ang makakapag-divide sa kanya ay 2. 24 divided by 2 will give us 12. Since yung 2 natin ay prime number na, hindi na natin siya gagawan ng karugtong. Next is 2, 12. Factors of 12 are 2 and 6. And then, yung 2, i-bring down uli natin. What about 6? What are the factors of 6? We have 2 and 3. Kung papansinin natin, let's observe. Kung papansinin natin, lahat na dyan ay prime numbers. So, ang magiging sagot natin ay 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, or 2 raised to the 3rd power times 3. So, ayan yung magiging prime factors natin. Yung ibang teacher ninyo, hinihingi lang nila, eto lang, this one. Yan. Yung iba naman, ang hinihingi nila ay this one. Yung may exponential form. Now, I'll give you 2 minutes to answer this one. 36. I'll present to you the first layer. 2 and 18. Okay? Gusto na lang natin kung ano ang mga susunod na magiging answer sa ibaba. Okay. Yan. Tingnan natin, susunod. We have, ayan, may mga sumagot na. 2 and 2 and 9. And then, tingnan po ulit natin. Ang gagawin natin is to get the prime factors. We have 2, 2, and we have 3 and 3. So, ayan, may tumama ng sagot. Tama si Melinda, si Gino. Ang sagot natin ay 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, or 2 to the 2nd power times 3 to the 2nd power. So, ayan, sure, paano yun? Kung halimbawa nilagay ko 2 times 3 times 3 times 2, okay lang yun. Ang mahalaga, pareho yung sets of numbers na nakalagay. Congratulations, Melinda, Gino, Myra, and Menchi Rodil. Tama ang inyong mga sagot. Ngayon naman, magkakaroon tayo ng another method. Kanina, factor 3 para siyang puno. Ngayon naman, continuous division method, or ito yung para tayong may hagdan. Let's have 24. Ayan. Anong number ang pwedeng makapag-divide kay 24? We have 2. 24 divided by 2, we have 12. And ang makakapag-divide kayo 12 ay 2. We have here 6 divided by 2. Some listing and some tinatawag nila continuous division method. And then 3. Ang end goal natin is, ang marating natin sa baba is 1. Ang matitirang number is 1. So, ayan na po. If we're going to analyze this one, ang mga prime factors po na itong mga blue sa gilid. So, prime factors of 24 are 2, 2, 2, and 3, or 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, or 2 raised to the third power times 3. So, ito yung mga prime factors nila. Let's have the next one. 36. So, bababa ko na sa pangalawa. I want you to continue this one. Ayan. So, pwede natin i-divide again sa 2, magiging 9. And divide it by 3, magiging 3. 3 divided by 3 will give us 1. So, the prime factors of 36 are, so the prime factorization of 26 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Tama ang sagot ni Mardy, tama rin ang sagot ni Sabia, at ni Johan Manlangit at ni Joselito. Ayan, dumarami ang mga nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Skip na natin siya. Let's have our learning task number 1. So for our learning task number 1, ang gagawin natin ay i-ano natin siya, i-perform natin yung operation. This is 3 items lang siya. So for the first one, write the prime factorization of the following numbers using the factor 3. Write your answers in your notebook. The first one is 18. I'll give you 2 minutes to finish this one. Two minutes for question number 1. Bert. So we have 18. Yung factors ng 18 first is 2, or pwedeng gamitin natin ng 3, and we have 6. So yung 3 natin, wala na siyang other number na pwede makapag-divide sa kanya. So i-bring down natin si 3, and then we need to to get the factors of 6. So, factors of 6 ay 2 and 3. Kung papansinin natin, ayan ang lalabas. Ayan, ang dami na palang may sagot dito. Tama si Winwin Marquez, si Myra, si Kian, si Malu, and si Alma. The correct answer is 3 times 2 times 3 or 2 times 3 times 3 or 2 times 3 to the second power. Let's have our next number, 45. So dahil medyo malaki-laki ang ating number, I'll give you 2 minutes to answer this one. Sige, tingnan natin yung una. 5. And we have 9. So, after this, ang 5, prime number na siya. So, we need to bring down 5. And we need to get the factors of 9. Factors of 9 ay, we have 3 times 3. And let's observe. Yung bang mga nasa last layer, prime numbers na ba sila? If no, we need to get the factors ng isa sa mga digit. If yes, ibig sabihin po, yan na po ang prime factors ng 45. So for this example, prime factors of 45 is 4, 5 times 3 times 3 or 5 times 3 to the second power. So tama yung sagot nila Alfonso, nila Malu, nila Kian, Shailene, Preciosa, and ni Myra. Ayan, sila pa rin yung mga nakakasama natin at sila pa rin yung napaka-active sa pagsagot ng ating mga questions. For our last number, we have write the prime factorization of 40 using the factor 3 method. Write your answers in your notebook. We have 40. Dalawang mat na lang, sir. Mat na lang po, dalawa. So, tingnan natin. We have, the first one is 2. And we have 20. So, yung 2 ay prime, and then 20 is 2 and 10. So, yung 2 is a prime number na po. We have 2 again as prime, and we need to get factors of 10. So, factors of 10 are 2 and 5. Now, the prime factorization of 40 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 5, or 2 raised to the third power times 5. Congratulations, Mardy, Princess, Kian, Shailene, Helen, Preciosa, Myra, Alma, and Kian. Tama ninyong mga sagot. And bago tayo mag-proceed sa ating mga last question, ang ating last activity, let's have a recap. To be able for us to get the prime factors of a given number using factor 3, we need to follow these steps. First, list down the first few numbers. These are usually the prime numbers used in the prime factorization. Another one, test the given number if it can be divided by 2 or divisible by the smallest prime number, which is 2. The end product of factor 3 method is to come up with the sets of numbers na prime. We also have continuous division or the listing na iba. Divide the given numbers by the smallest prime factors. Continue dividing by the next prime factor. and repeat the procedure until you get 1. So, sa continuous division method, dapat yung pinaka-last number is 1. Now, let's have our learning task number 2. Write the composite number name in its prime factorization below. Write your answer in your notebook. Number 1. Asa? Okay, let's try to answer this first question. Ang number is 72. Congratulations, Joselito, Eden Lorico, and Alma Kian. Let's have question number 2. Okay, for question number 2, the answer is 84. Congratulations, Eden Lorico, Alma, Stephanie, Joselito, Princess, Melinda, Johanna, Kian, Cyril, Alfonso, at sa lahat ng nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Our last number. Ayan, si Kian, 84. Si Johan Manlangit, 84. Medyo may delay lang ng konti yung ating reception because of the signal. So let's have our last number, our third number. For our third number, the correct answer is 90. So ayan, mukhang lahat ay tumama sa 90. Next one, write the prime factors of each number. Write your answer in your notebook. Use factor 3 method. For the first one, next, supply the next one. You need to write the prime factorization of 28. Ayan, meron ng isa nakatamang sagot. Makikita ko na. For our fourth question, the correct answer is 2 times 2 times 7 or 2 to the second raised to the second power times 7. Congratulations, Rosemary, Joselito, Kian, Alfonso, Princess, Winwin, Patricia, and Menchi Rodil at si Mardy. Let's have our last question. Yan. I'll give you a minute to finish this. Okay, for this one, we have divided by 2, divided again by 2, this will give us 6, divided by 2 again, this will give us 3, and divided by 3 to get 1. So the correct answer is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, or 2 raised to the fourth power times 3. So, ayan po ang ating learning task number 3, our concluding activity this afternoon. At lagi po nating iisipin, sabi nga natin, batang katulong sa ating pagsulong, huwag matakot, ugaliin ang pagtatanong. Kung kaya mo, kaya ko, kaya natin to. Sama-sama tayo sa pagkatuto. Muli, kita-kits po ulit tayo sa ating susunod na discussion dito lang sa ating ETULay. I am your tutor this afternoon, Sir Batsman and Sala. Thank you and have a nice day.